Welcome back. 3 p.m. What is that?
Somebody's heart.
What?
Somebody's heart?
Whose heart?
I don't know. It's from
That came from down there?
my mom.
That's your mom's heart?
I don't know. 1993.
That's when I was born.
Oh,
Who?
she's a beneficiary. It's my grandma's.
Wow. And that's what, like a... What do they call it? A EKG?
Yes.
Of her heart?
I think so. Yeah.
And that was just down there
Mhm.
with that stuff?
Yep.
Who knows what else is in here?
Crazy. Diabetes.
Oh, no. I looked at the camera. You're not supposed to do that in a podcast, right? Like Joe Rogan, he just sits there.
Theo don't.
What?
Theo don't. He looks at the camera when he's doing one I guess solo.
Yeah. It feels live. Don't it feel live? Maybe it's just my anxiety. I always feel like it's live. Sorry. That doesn't...
Now that song popped in my head.
What song?
Anxiety.
My anxiety.
Yeah. Something.
I know what you're talking
Caden
about.
sings
I
it.
can't think. Oh. Maybe it's 2 different songs.
I don't know. It's popular
Because
on
I feel like he's...
social media.
Yeah, he's singing the catchy one. I'm talking about the other one. I don't know which one that is. Sorry. It's hard. It's hard to, you know. I feel like I should look at the camera because I feel like
You do whatever feels right in the moment.
I know. It's like one, I feel like I have to address. You're here. So it's like,
I'm here.
do I look at the camera or do I just have a conversation with you? Because I normally try to look at the camera because I don't want to just sit there and talk without looking at the camera one time. You know. I don't know. Have you heard of the brown lady?
No, but I've heard of the toilet girl. Tub girl.
2 different things, probably.
I hope so.
just
Mine's
saying.
not very good.
I'm just saying.
What
2
was
different
yours?
things.
What was
The
yours?
brown lady.
No. What is the brown lady?
It's one of the most famous photographs ever taken of a ghost. I don't know if you want to look it up, but I can't put it on the screen. Put it on the screen.
I can't look up the tub girl because I think that's a little too inappropriate. What is it? Brown lady? Brown?
Oh yeah, the brown lady. It's like the second most famous ghost story in America. The first is Davy Jones.
Ain't no way.
What?
No, Reham?
She haunts like a hotel, but then supposedly she went to a different one.
They don't go to a different one. They're there for a reason.
She dipped. All right.
No.
Look it up.
The only ones I can dip is like I was listening to Dan Cummins' Nightmare Fuel. And granted, they're like stories he makes, but it reminded me of the Woman in White. Is it the Woman in White that
right
jumped off the bridge and she gets in your car and like lures you? I know that's a supernatural episode, but
it's based off the true thing.
But it's like, but she leaves, but she always resorts, and that's kind of the story. Was like he was a hitchhiker in the 60s and somebody hit him, so he like haunts that every anniversary. On the day of his anniversary, he'll haunt.
What was his name?
Well, his name was Ace. It's not real. It's one of
I
Dan
thought you were
Cummins'
talking
story.
about
No,
thought
but
you were
it
talking about the white lady.
no, but it resorts back to like I think that's the only circumstance where like ghost leaves. I don't think a ghost that haunts a hotel is gonna move to another hotel. She's stuck there. It's like the woman in white's kind of stuck here, but will travel here to here.
To the road.
Kind of, yeah, into a vehicle.
There was an old video back in the day of like when YouTube first came around of really people driving down this road, and they got, and this is like, you know, the beginning of CGI and stuff, but you know, and there was no AI, and people were driving down the road, and they picked up this girl, and they had a camera on her, and every time the camera got on her, it like glitched out a little bit, and then like the car wrecked, and everybody died, and like the lady in the video had supposedly died years before. So it was like, she was a ghost.
Right. That's kind of how the story went that I was listening to earlier. Kind of reaped on what happened to him on other people.
Right. Now I feel like you can't tell what's real.
AI.
There's so much stupid AI videos on Facebook. At least on my, at least from what I see. I know it's probably because I watch them.
Yeah,
even though I know they're fake.
Algorithm.
Even though I know they're fake, it's just they pop up there. So
I always heard like I have a coworker that would always say AI is so dangerous because like it could ruin someone's life. Like they could make a fake video of the president doing some botch whatever.
Right.
And it's like I've yet to see something like that. I'm surprised it hasn't happened, whether it be politics.
Oh no, they have like Donald Trump rapping and stuff. Oh.
Right, but like some really heinous thing, some like really terrible.
I'm sure it's
something.
out there, but you haven't, probably don't go looking for it.
Right, but I'm just saying like, and go big, like people are like,
I don't know any if this viral is thing,
right? I don't know if this is real or not, and be accused of doing something that is AI. It's bound to happen to somebody.
Eventually, I'm sure. I mean, who knows? But
my phone FBI ping. Gotta watch her.
I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, the most famous ghost story is Davy Jones.
Davy Jones' locker?
In America. Like,
isn't Davy Jones on SpongeBob?
Yeah, but it's like a real sea story.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyways. I was going to ask you if you could bring back, I wasn't going to put Mac in there. I mean, I wanted to, but it's like, I didn't even want to ask it, but I'm asking, And I knew you would choose Mac, so I decided I was going to ask you, but anyway.
Let's get to the point. Are you asking me to change
would you rather,
again?
if you could bring one person back, who would you bring back? X or Juice WRLD?
Shit.
Probably Juice WRLD. That would be my guess.
No. I love Juice WRLD, but I think I would bring back X because he was, I don't know. He had a story. Like they both have. Everyone has a story, but like his story was just the beginning. He was just getting it right.
Right. I agree. Yeah, you don't have to say anymore, but I agree. But that's why I didn't even want to ask it because it's unfair.
Yeah, if I had to be.
It's unfair, Juice.
None of
it was right.
Out of all of them.
When's the first time you heard Mac Miller?
Oh God.
Because I don't even know that.
Probably back when I was, I don't know. I think I started listening to him in my early teens.
Ironically, the first.
I was like 13. Started listening to him.
The first song I remember is, I'm pretty sure, like Donald Trump shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take over the world. That was before he was president.
Yeah, which is ironic because I think, was it an SNL skit? Maybe. It might have been on SNL. I could be wrong. But he had said some shit like he wanted nothing to do with him.
With who?
With Donald Trump.
Oh, Mac Miller?
Yeah. And let's see, your term for 4 years. He died in 18. So he was president when he was alive. 17, 18, 19. Yeah. He wasn't for it.
Yeah, but Trump was always like you always heard of Donald Trump growing up. You know?
I always knew him as like,
at least I did, because my name was Donald. Like Donald Trump.
I always thought of you
even before he was president. Yeah, that one too. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's alright. I mean, it's not original. But...
You're like Old MacDonald.
No, I always sing that. I don't know why.
I used to sing it in my head when I first got with you.
Is it because I sung it?
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
Because of my name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right. I used to go... see, I won't say that. No, I was going to make a joke about your last name.
Go ahead. Well, no. No.
You know what I was going to say.
Don't
yeah,
do
I'm
that.
not going to do that.
I think I've heard them all.
No, you know which one I was talking about. Now they're going to be like, you can't do that.
What's her name? What's her name?
Yeah.
I would say it, but I feel like my last name is very...
I like your last name.
Unoriginal. It's not really
it's
one
the opposite
of
unoriginal.
No.
It's unique.
It's my bad.
I like it.
It's original.
You don't hear it all the time.
There's a high school after it.
Yeah. From where you're from?
I'm from here. No.
No, I'm saying from where they're from.
Yes.
Wherever that is.
Yes, but it has nothing to do with them, which is weird.
No, it's just a name from that area.
Right.
Yeah. I want to look back our history. We did it that one time on the grandma side, and it went all the way back to Scotland.
Right.
Because I don't even want to say her maiden name, but at one point we thought we were related to
somebody very important
crocodile guy. Anyways.
It was a crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. And we weren't, I guess. But anyways, we used to work for this king that had a castle.
Right.
One of my great relatives, and the king gave the castle over to my relative, and then it was his castle for a while, and now it's a museum.
I want to know where all that...
In Scotland.
Where all that moolah is.
I think there was money involved.
It was a castle.
Yeah, but...
You had to be a wealthy person to have a castle.
It didn't trickle down, I guess.
Guess not.
I mean, I would... But it'd be nice to actually follow that.
Yeah.
That line on both sides.
I think the only way you could really do that is ancestry, but I don't really trust that.
Because some people I mean, yeah, you could do ancestry, but some people can just track their history here in the United States.
For sure.
For generations, 10, 12, 20, 30 generations.
Right.
Because they've always been wealthy. And I can't help feeling most people were just displaced from their family.
Mm-hmm.
And forgot about it because of
whatever
times
reason.
were too important,
Right.
They were probably too busy struggling to freaking write it all down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Document it. I mean, or else how do we not know,
Right.
And I think now it's I wish I would have got more information out of my relatives that, that passed away.
Me too.
Just about the family, and I wish I would have got taught more of some of the stuff they knew.
Right.
Or at least somebody, and then somebody else teaches somebody that stuff needs to be passed down. I was talking to I didn't tell you about this, but I was talking to a customer about, he's an old guy, he's a cool guy, and he was telling me that he was into jiu-jitsu. And I was like, oh, heck no. I would never have guessed that,
Right.
And I'm like, that inspired me to tell him about this and how I would like to sit down and talk to people, but it's kind of like just an idea, and it's not, you know. Sometimes I think I would be better off just interviewing random people, and but I'm like, everybody has a story. I believe everybody has a story, and I'm like, I would love to like hear about it, but I would want to record it. He's like, hey, you could come by,
really,
drink a beer. Well, hear it out, hear me out. We could talk about whatever, but I don't. Pretty much, I don't want to be recorded.
Oh.
You know, and put out on the internet. And he's like, that's pretty much like, that's not for people. Like, I know you. And I was like, damn. You know? Right. I was like, all right. But it's like no hard feelings. You know, it was no hard feelings.
It's still pretty dope, though.
I completely understood and respected him. I was like, just like, I was trying to make him understand that the only reason why I asked is because I actually believed people would be interested in it. He's like, people wouldn't care. Like, he was, you know.
It's always the people that actually have like a cool story that
don't want to do it.
You're right. That
they don't want to do YouTube.
Care. Like that one customer, I don't know if he's passed away or not, but he kind of said the same thing.
Yeah.
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 And it's ironic because when you first came out here, before you came back in and asked me to come out, Caden had asked me, like, can you tell me more stories about your life? You know, he's so curious.
That always happens.
And I'm like, I don't really have a story, Caden. He's like, no, everybody has a story. And
wow.
He's right. It's just ironic. You
yeah.
know, now we're sitting, you know, you're saying the same thing.
Well, I hope to pass down some of that ideas I have to him, you know.
He listens as much as he wants to put off. He don't.
About Paul, you know, before I forget, it's like, I always tell people, he said he didn't have a story, but then we were talking one day, and I told you this, right? And he was talking about having to, you know, carry somebody for 2 days through Vietnam. And I was like, I thought you didn't have any stories, you know. And I don't know. I wish I could have. I don't know. I wish there was a way. It's like, I gotta focus on work and put that as priority number one while trying to do this, and respect like both the customers and my job. So
boundaries.
Yeah, but in a way, I wasn't really asking him. I was just talking to him about it. Going back to that guy, just talking to him about it, and I don't know. I'm glad I did talk to him about it, because like, kind of put things in perspective. You know, kind of like, okay, you know, maybe this isn't quite right. You know, or this, you know, you're feeling that this isn't just right. Is accurate, and it's not time, or it's not right to do it. It's like, back to focusing on this and find another way, a route for this. And here we are doing this. So
yeah,
you know, and talking about things that just happened. We were in the store. What's her name? Krista. Something.
She's a Viking.
A Viking. We were in the store looking at toothbrushes. This is a funny story, but we were in the store looking at toothbrushes, trying to figure out which one to upgrade from our normal cheap toothbrushes. And she comes up on one of those, you know, carts, and she's like, they're all shit.
Straight up. They're all shit, don't let it fool you.
And he's like, they all
do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
She's right.
And we got into this long story. We had the whole aisle blocked because she had her cart like sideways,
and then almost ran into those people trying to get out of their way, but like goes at them.
She accidentally hit the gas on this thing and like slammed into people's carts by accident. I was like, oh.
But the thing was, she continued the conversation.
She
was like, oh shit, my bad, and da 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 da.
Looking back, it's almost like she did it like I don't know, you know, on purpose.
Right. But
to continue the conversation.
Talking about her, back to the conversation you just said, and where you're focusing to be, is like that last thing she said. And she said it to you.
I know.
You know, because I had already walked away. Out of sight, at least. So, like, that was meant for you. You know, basically, whatever you're fucking chasing after,
yeah,
chase it.
she basically said, like, if you don't be afraid to go after your dreams, whatever it is, don't be afraid to, even if you fall broke on your butt, lose everything. It's okay. Go after your dreams. That's pretty much what she said. And the reason I brought her up, because, well, just besides the fact that it was awesome, and I couldn't understand if I even said this, like, I don't know if I was talking to like an angel or, like somebody that's not all there. But still awesome. And
yeah, she was what, 80? Yeah.
And when we got out and got into the car, there was a toothpaste commercial as soon as we turned on the car for KFC flavored toothpaste.
Disgusting. And she had said some shit about the toothpaste too.
Yeah, we were talking about toothpaste and how they, because
she worked in a factory and
how it's probably and she went on. We were blocking people's way and everything.
God, that conversation had to have been like 20 minutes.
It's times like this that it seems like it's meant to be on purpose, Like that happens, and I was trying to tell Kaden that this morning, like in some way, I vaguely remember, but it's like I look back and I like wish I could change stuff, but I can't, and it's like then it's like stuff like that happens, and it makes me feel like, well, that's just how it was supposed to be, I guess maybe it's recognizing that and with trying to be the best you could be. I don't know, I'm not gonna try to say anything profound here, but it's, I don't know, like I kind of, things like that happen when I feel like we're making the right choices, like going to bed earlier or cooking earlier. Just like if our life is more in line, then stuff like that happens,
right?
Like more often in like a special way. You run into random people. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but
no, it's kind of reminds me of like, I mean, you're not really manifesting it, but in a sense, it's
yeah,
kind of like
exactly.
Like your mom. I don't know if you knew this about your mom, but she does that. She manifests.
I'm sure she does.
She's like, and
I'm sure
she even said, she's like, I don't know the word for it. I gave her the word of, manifestation. But she's like, because I had told her, like, you're lucky. You're so, like, you have luck, like, no one I've ever seen.
Yeah, she says it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's what she said. She's like, if I have
a thought,
she's like, I'll sit on that thought. She's like, I'll even jot it down in a notebook, and I wake up in the morning, I keep reading it. She's like, and it happens. It happens.
See, I didn't know to that extent.
Yeah.
See, that's why I gotta talk to her also. It's just breaking the awkwardness. I feel like this has been great, but it's just, the anxiety.
And she feels the same way. She wants to do it.
Yeah, and that would be, and I even try to explain that to that customer. It's like, that would be on me to try to make it
as
the atmosphere
as
like
possible.
Yeah, and not tense, and that's a hard thing to do because I'm struggling with it myself.
Right. I mean, we were struggling when I first came out here.
Yeah.
It's just you got to hit the record and just go.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm not one to talk because like I'm terrified of social media and everything, or I would do it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do, but yeah. Funny enough, that's what Logan Paul says. You just gotta hit record. But I've been going on a journey of ups and downs, feeling about it. Like one moment I'll be like, disgusted with social media, and then the next moment, I was watching Speed. I show Speed. He's like one of the most popular streamers, and it's like. Usually it's like I don't like that type of thing, but it's like it's awesome that a kid like that, a person like that, he's pretty young, could do something like that. He was like in China, just chilling, live streaming. It's like it came from his mom's bedroom. It's like there's something awesome about that too, It's like the group of people that are like behind him. It's like I guess sometimes you could be like envious of that,
right? I mean,
without even knowing it, and it's no wonder why kids want to look up to him and stuff. It's like I get it, and it's like or not, I'm not singling out anybody, but it's like any of them. And, I've never, just to put it out there, it's like I've never heard anything bad about ISO Speed besides him, like, barking in, like, kid's face. And it's like, if that's the worst thing you have on the kid, it's like, all right. He seems like a pretty decent person. But, and it's like, yeah, that's a struggle between trying to decide what to let him watch and what to, because I heard something today. It was like, we struggle to, like, kind of control what our kids do in reality, but we let them just go run wild in social media.
Yep.
It reminded me of Braden, but
yeah, for sure.
Because I don't, he's a teenager, and it's like, I know I'm getting old, and I know there's, like, new technology and new stuff, new apps. It's like that we don't even know about.
Right.
I never even used Snapchat, so.
I had a Snapchat when it first came out, but I never used it. I got it and I didn't understand it. I had to be, 15, 16? And I got it, and I just didn't have any interest. It reminded me of Instagram, and then I found out, like, the purpose behind Snapchat. I don't know if it's true or not, but the purpose I was told behind it, and I didn't support that, so I didn't care. And then it's ironic that years later, the shit about my coworker. God, I can't get over that. That's so shiesty.
What happened?
Alright, so there's her. She was like my manager. And she had a man, like high school sweetheart, had kids together, everything. Then there was another manager of another department that she was having relations with. But his girl also was another department manager of another department. But they work different shifts. But they work different shifts. But the girl, my friend, and the guy worked. They'd see each other, but, like, it was when she was leaving and he was coming in.
Oh yeah.
And then, like,
I know what you're talking about.
She'd leave and they'd pull up to the fucking dark spot of the parking lot and they'd
whatever.
Yeah. But they used Snapchat. They would use Snapchat for their messaging because it disappeared. Come to find out, it because her husband. Well, now they're married.
It didn't disappear.
It didn't disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they ended up getting married to their significant others. Both of them did. So, I don't know, but yeah.
I mean,
I just didn't support that app.
I feel like any of those things could be used for good or bad.
Mhm. Absolutely. I said, I don't know. Crooked people are crooked, man.
But speaking of, not. You just got to hit record. I've been telling you to do that.
Yes, like but I don't know. I feel like you are a stronger person than I am.
No.
You are. 100% wholeheartedly.
No.
And it's like, yes,
but we're a team. We're a team.
Yes, we are a team, but when it comes to individually, you are stronger than I am, and it's like I don't know. I don't handle judgment well, and it's like I can feel like that one little comment or whatever the case may be, it could crush me because I'm not like, I don't know. I gotta get in tune more with myself first. If that makes sense.
Well, I understand that.
But it's like, when is that?
Well, it's now. I mean,
exactly.
Like I was saying, it's like I don't. Before we hit record, I think it's like I'm tired of doing, being comfortable doing the same thing every day. It's not about not being comfortable. It's something I thought about a lot. And it's like, we make little changes over time, but it's like it's about making changes every day, and that's a lot harder said than done when you're dealing with everything. But it's like it's up to us to get off the couch and like make those changes, or adjust our diets or whatever we have to do. Go to bed at a decent time, eat at a decent time, just read more, whatever it is. It's like, while like also like accepting things. We've talked about this. It's like
I think I've
you know, it's not about
in accepting things.
To me, it's like it's not. You gotta change your outlook on life. You can't look at like your situation as like you can't look at being happy with your situation as settling. You know, it's like you got to be happy full-heartedly with your situation before you could ever see the next steps to how to fix that situation. Because if you're not in the situation, if your mind's somewhere else, you know, we'll wrap it up. But if your mind's somewhere else, how are you ever gonna, you know, or else you're just gonna be like zoning out into social media every day while time's going by. I said something about it, you know, and it's on all of us, you know, as a family. Sure. But I know we could do it. So sorry for bringing it up on the podcast, but this is the kind of stuff I feel like people should hear.
It is.
You know?
Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel the way I do. You know? Like, I feel like whatever it could be, whether I'm just talking, whatever I'm doing, like I've said it to you before, I feel like, where's the room? When it comes to anything, where's the room for me? But there's also, the sky is the limit. It's the internet. There's always room. You know? Everybody's got a type that they like, personality, whatever. So it's like, I just have to, if that's what I want to do, I need to do it. But I don't know if that's what I want to do.
Right. Well, that's me neither. But yet here I am. You know?
But I think you're doing what I think, even though you don't know if that's what you want to do, I think you're meant to. Like I've said that since I met you. Like, you're meant to.
See, I'm too.
You're meant to talk. You're meant to uplift people. You know.
Sometimes.
Inspire people. Yeah, of course. Sometimes you're not perfect. You're gonna have good and bad days, but it's like when you do have those days of uplifting, you know, you're good at it. Like, I've seen it. I've seen your interactions with other people, and you know, I just feel like that's your calling in a sense. I guess that would be the term for it.
I don't know. I think I'm too humble, like, to believe that. You know, and that sounds shitty saying that. It really does. Like, I feel like an asshole saying that. You know, it's like, and that's why I'm like way too humble about everything. But
it's either that or you're meant to write a book.
I also feel like sometimes all this stuff, even though I'm trying to talk to other people, in a weird way, it's been to help me out.
Yeah, absolutely.
To help me understand.
It would be worthless in a
my
sense
life
to not help you in some sort of way. You know?
I mean, it showed me a good sides and bad side. So, I mean, that's like with everything. I don't know. Or maybe it's just me.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
But it's good to think that way and to get that result out of it. You know, you're learning more about yourself.
Opposed to being a negative about it. I mean, because that's the only other option.
Yeah.
And you could choose to think about stuff like that, you know? Or you could just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And be yourself. Try to your best to be yourself.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks, babe. Mm-hmm. But I was talking about you.
Oh, well.
It's like,
I haven't done it yet, so I'll get there.
Or anybody. I was talking about anybody. But
yeah.
It's like if you, like Krista said, you know, if you want to do something, don't be afraid to go at it.
Right, but you got to figure out what you want to do first.
Exactly.
I struggle with that. I don't know what I want to do.
I know.
Like, I feel like I've just been stagnant for a long time. I feel like probably a lot of other people, I'm just surviving.
Well, I feel like that's sorry. I got zoned out. I thought it wasn't recording for a second. But what were we talking about? Sorry. Stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
I remember stagnant.
Surviving.
I was gonna talk about Krista once again. I don't know. Oh well, maybe that's a sign to wrap it up.
Our light flashed.
In the house?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was like looking over there.
Well,
and then it's ironic I'm looking over there and you're like, you know, zoning out.
Oh, I thought it shut off. And we were talking about if that's. I said I was talking about you. And you said you don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what I want to do, and I feel like I'm just surviving at this point. Like I feel like I've been that way for years. I'm just trying to survive. So it's never.
Well, I feel like everybody's trying to.
Yeah, that's why I said.
I feel like everybody's trying to survive.
But I also feel like a lot of people have dreams and aspirations and
that's what I was
goals and whatnot. It's like,
yes,
you've asked me that before. I don't have any.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you're putting it on the side for, because you're, like we were talking about earlier, too focused on day-to-day stuff, you know? And it's up to me, too, to try to take some of that off you or try to motivate you, you know? And it's like day-to-day, doing the same struggle, trying to, you know, just basically hold things together for our family. It's hard when you're wrapped up in that to, like, you know, and struggling for yourself sometimes to think, oh, let me help them too. And it's a selfish thing, but you know, I try to be better at that, you know. And it's been a journey, and like I said, I think sometimes, like, dang, why couldn't I learned all this, you know, 10 years ago or whatever, so we could be making steps. We could have been making steps, opposed to trying to do it now when it's like, it seems hard, you know. But then you want to have those little moments of serendipity, whatever they call it, where like it seems like it was meant to happen.
Right.
You know, and that's the one thing I struggle with, like destiny and fate. When things like that happen, I'm like, does that mean everything in my life up until this moment was supposed to happen there, like lead up to like every choice and everything, or it was just like no matter my choice or whatever, it could have been a different person. This interaction still would have happened.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no way. There's no way.
Do we ever meet Krista? You know, do we ever meet? I don't. You know.
No. I think every little step you take in life leads you to where you are today. Whether that is fate or not.
Well, if that's the case,
because that goes for good and bad.
If that's the case, then that's a good argument for just not giving a damn what people think and just doing what you want to do. I mean, I'm not trying to speak like, yeah, it's gonna help me out saying it, but I meant for everybody, for anybody, including you. I think that's enough. Okay. I love you. Thanks for coming on.
I love you too.
Everybody, this is Brittany, my fiance of 11 years. Well, a few years. We've been engaged for a few years.
5.
Yeah. Well, once we figure out what, you know, how to navigate through life and better our life each day, starting with this week, because it's a Monday today. You know, if we really truly do it, it's like perhaps we could finally get married. You know, we don't have to have a huge wedding.
We don't even know that many people.
We don't even know that many people. We could just invite people from YouTube.
We'll broadcast it.
No, I don't think so.
That was a joke.
I do like to document stuff.
I would definitely document it for sure.
Yeah, just to have it, but
I think it would be dope.
I've thought about it. What does that say?
I don't know, but it's really bothering me.
And who wrote it?
Right. Why have I never noticed that before? I've been here my whole life.
It's been up there.
I think
somebody wrote something up there a long time ago. What?
C-O something E-R.
It's not C.
Yeah, C-O. No, that's an R.
Cars?
No, that's an R. C-O something E-R.
I think that's cars, maybe. Because he built model cars.
Cars don't have an E in it. And that's an R. That's cursive. It's an R. I don't know cursive that well, but I know that's an R.
Well,
I don't know.
Maybe we should.
Because for a second I thought it was like, did Kaden do that?
No. It's been up there for a long time.
That's crazy.
But, yeah. Thank you for coming on. And
thank you for having me. Sorry it took me so long.
Oh, it's alright. Sorry it took me so long. It's, you know, I feel like sometimes I feel like it has to be special, like the wedding, and then sometimes I'm like, let's just do it. It's
Let's
like
go to a courthouse and get it done. No, I vow to never get
there has to be a
courthouse.
balance, you know. And it's like,
yeah.
I liked it, you know. I hope somebody else enjoyed it. I started this to try to help people get through like work by just kind of like distracting them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This one, 3 p.m. in particular.
I like this one better.
And you know, there's been a couple episodes where I kind of got wrapped up in politics or whatever. So it's like I keep
telling you to stay away from that. But you know that's what
the reason
talk about.
Yeah, it's
so
like the reason
why not?
Why I need to stay away from it, because it's like I'm not in the race. I have no horse in the race. Like,
right.
You know what? I could just be like a news anchor, you know, whatever they're called. What are the investigative journalists or whatever? You know, like the girl off of Mr. Deeds.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, yeah, that's kind of like a snitch. That's like an undercover.
Okay, yeah, kind of like a reporter. Is it a?
It's like a reporter. Yeah, it's a reporter. But anyways, yeah, I wouldn't want to. Yeah.
And her too. Screw her.
People, you know?
I hate her.
And spy on people. Paparazzi.
She did them so dirty.
Oh, Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she ended up having feelings from the jump. It was a shiesty.
It's a good movie.
It is. It's a great movie.
Very sneaky.
Very sneaky, sir. Very sneaky.
Please, just let me wash your socks one time. Right? Isn't that what it's... Or touch your feet one time?
Take your socks off. You want him to take his socks off. I like when he hits his foot. He's like, go ahead. And then he like pretends it hurts, but it don't. He's like, no, just play it. He's like, oh, you're funny.
Oh, yeah.
You're very funny,
Why
sir.
would you do that? Alright.
Well, you gotta watch the new, whatever it is. The new one he just did. Golf movie.
Oh, Happy Gilmore too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna be a little bit disappointed in that, but I hope I'm wrong.
Well, it's been like 20 years, so probably.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the same.
I feel like certain things just need to be left alone.
I don't know. His you know, to talk about him for a second. His movies are simple, but I like them.
For sure. Yeah, I love that movie so much. We watched that every night for like a week straight. It was a great movie.
I like the classic ghost you got over there. It's just a sheet with some crap stains on it. Mm-hmm. Rocky Balboa style. Alright. Alright. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Till next time. Hopefully next time I'll have my mom on. Let's get to know the whole family slowly but surely.
Yeah, they're gonna love your mom. Oh my god.
I thought about just like vlogging.
Dope.
I thought about just like with my phone or the GoPro, just start recording stuff.
I was gonna tell you should.
Like even though there's not much to record, it's like, why not? You know?
Some of the shit that comes out your mother's mouth just.
Oh, I meant
yeah,
I just
meant
in
like
general,
everybody.
Yeah,
but
everything. No. But it's like even though, we don't have a lot going on, but if we, you know, it's like everything. If we start at it.
And that'll grow.
Yeah, we could just organically grow both things. All right.
I think that's the best way to do it. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, enough talking about it. You know, that's how I feel about it. It's like it's enough talking about it, and it's whether it's, you know, different ways of recording or whatever. It's like gotta show people something that you know. After I talk to my mom and get some crazy stories. All right. Stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching and listening. If you made it this far, hit the subscribe button and share it. It would greatly help. It's a crazy world out there. Stay safe and did I say it backwards? Take care of yourself.
Yeah, there you go.